Hi everybody, Alex Employer from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to be talking about trading gold using some of our trading robots. And in this example, you're going to see $1,000 being traded to $160,000 in 9 weeks. Now, I bought some gold bars 5 years ago when the price was round about 1,200, and the price has now gone to $2,000, and my return over that period is 65% over a 5-year period. So I should be as happy as a pig in mud. But then what I'm going to be showing you in this video is by using a fantastic forex trading robot and the magnificent leverage that you get through forex brokers, you can get a return of 16,200% over a 9-week period. And you're going to see that before your very own eyes. So how did all of this start? In our Forex Trading Setups forum, which is a paid forum, one of the members, Forex Marv, made this post. And he basically said, as the topic says, which is best EA for gold, what is the best EA for running gold? And is there anyone running one now? So that was the spark that created this video. So firstly, how tradable is gold? Gold is incredibly tradable. Here you see the gold cross, the gold USD cross. You can see that the spread is more or less in line with some of the currencies we trade. So there's the pound of Zealand. Pound of Zealand, in fact, is higher than gold. So firstly, the spreads are manageable spreads. These spreads are in points, so that's a 5 pip spread. Then secondly, if you use the right broker, and you'll see the broker that we use for this particular exercise, you can get leverage of 200% trading gold. So gold is in fact an incredibly tradable instrument. And the spreads are low, margins aren't a problem. So gold is a very tradable instrument that you can apply to trading robots. So there was no hesitation in answering that question, that the make money EA is by far the best EA to trade a trending instrument such as gold over the last few months. And when we tested the make money EA on gold over the last 9 weeks, we managed to increase $1,000 to $162,000. Fantastic result, and that's with a success rate of 90%. So how did we do this? And I'm going to show you a reenactment of that trading process over that particular period. Now, one thing you do have to understand is that the make money EA is a trending EA. It will not trade if the market isn't trending. So for instance, here's a couple of trades because of a small trend in the market, but then when the market started going sideways, there were no trades. And that's how clever this particular EA is, and it only trades when there are confirmed trends. So let's have a look at the trading that pushed this $1,000 to these dizzy levels. Okay, let's have a look at how this EA trades, and for that purpose I've loaded it into the strategy tester, and we've got the make money there. I'm trading the gold instrument. I'm using every tick, which is the most precise way of testing, and I'm trading from the 1st of June to the 3rd of August when the post was made in our forum. And I've got visual mode ticked so that we can actually see the trading happening on the chart below. I'm trading with a spread of 80, and as you've seen, that is a reasonable spread, and the period I'm using is 1 hour. The settings will be displayed on a block like this when the trading occurs. So the way to get this going is to simply click on Start. And what I'll do is I'll click on the Results tab, and that will show the actual account as the trading is happening, and below on the chart you'll see the actual trades. I'm going to move this block out of the way, but here are the settings. We're using a moving average of 33 and a moving average of 32, so they're virtually the same moving average. We're using an ADX of 30 periods and a level of 30. Those are the main settings for this one. We're risking 5% of equity on every trade, and the initial stop loss is 2,200 pips. Now that might scare you, but remember the pips work differently with gold, and the take profit is 2,900, and as you'll see, those levels are not as high as they look on those particular settings. So the settings are quite tricky. We've got to balance them out, and the spread that we're using is 50, which is in line with what is currently being experienced in the market. So there we are. It's going, it's trading. I'm going to remove the grid. There's the first few transactions. You can see there's a few. It started with a loss, and then there's a few transactions that happened. We trade risking 5% of our account, and you can see the lot sizing has been calculated accordingly, and the account is now 70 pips up. There's opened a huge amount of trades. I'm just going to move the account down to the current levels if I can, and as you can see, the account is slowly increasing with a lot of positive trades. You'll also see that the trading does not incur any new open deals for a long time. You can see the market's going sideways, and therefore it's not trending. So suddenly it realizes a trend and starts trading again, and as you can see, the account is just going up and up and up, and there we are. We're already at 18,000, and you'll see the lot sizing is going up, and that is the end of the trading, and there we are. 183,000 was the final result. And let's have a look at what actually happened there, and to do that I'm going to minimize this and give you an idea of actually what happened. That's more or less the period we traded from. There were the first might minimize it again. There was the first trade, and there were a few more trades carrying on. But when a trend was identified, that's where the real money gets made, and there it went. So how are the trends identified? Essentially, if we look at the settings, let's get them up there. The ADX is based on a 30 period, but also on a 30 level. So we'll add the 30 level in there, and we'll have white, and I'll have a solid line there, and we'll say okay. Just to explain how the EA works, it goes on the on these moving averages facing the same direction, but it only trades when the ADX is over that line. So let's start on the 1st of June. If you look at, just peaked over the line there, and that's why those transactions were opened. There we are, and then you'll see no transaction opened after that, and then a whole lot there, and it's because the ADX was peaking over that line. And that's the way this EA trades. It only trades when the ADX identifies a strong trend. So as we go along, there's no open trades, and then suddenly it starts again, and you can see the ADX is peaked over, and then it peaks over in a big way. So it's saying, oh, here's a massive trend that's happening right now, and then it says, okay, the trend's slightly over at the moment, and then it's, oh, here's another big trend, and it starts opening trades in that particular area. So that's how the EA trades. It is a trending EA. It only trades when the ADX says there is a trend in place. I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope you've learned a bit from this particular reenactment of the trading over that particular period. I hope you found that trading interesting, and just to remind you that we did use the Make Money Expert Advisor. It is a very underestimated EA. It trades magnificently in a trend. We only risked 5% of our account on every trade, and look at the results that came out of that. I hope you found this video interesting and gave you some food for thought and showed you what opportunities are out there for a patient trader who is willing to wait and wait and wait until really good trends occur. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.